If you don't trust yourself, you're going to keep outsourcing in your life. If you have been in a season where you are second guessing everything, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not broken. You're probably just disconnected from yourself. And I know this one personally because when self trust is low, life starts to feel like you need permission for everything. You ask everyone else what you should think. You replay choices over and over and analyze your feelings, and you end up living from anxiety instead of alignment. To me, self confidence is not about being loud, it is about self trust. It is the quiet knowing of, I can handle what happens next. And when that self trust is low, you start questioning your own instincts. You do not trust your gut. You do not trust your emotions, and you do not trust your ability to make decisions, even the small ones. A lot of the time, self-trust gets damaged in very subtle ways. If you grew up in an environment where your feelings were dismissed, minimized, or even punished, you learn to doubt yourself. If you heard things like, you're too sensitive, you're overreacting, or that's not a big deal, your nervous system learned that your emotions aren't reliable. So instead of trusting your inner voice, you start looking outward for safety. This is where outsourcing begins. And here's what it looks like in real life situations. In romantic relationships, low self-trust can look like accepting less than you truly need. You talk yourself out of your standards. You ignore the red flags. You stay longer than you should because you do not fully trust yourself to survive the grief, the change, or the loneliness. And I have seen so many people, and I have had moments myself, where the hardest part was not knowing what to do, it was trusting myself enough to do it. In family relationships, low self-trust can keep you stuck in old roles that you had. The fixer, the peacekeeper, the responsible one, the one who makes it easier for everyone else, even when you have outgrown that role. It can feel unsafe to change. And if you have ever felt guilty for choosing yourself, this is usually a self-trust wound, not a character flaw. In friendships, low trust can look like staying quiet. You don't speak up when you need something. You shrink your needs. You act like you're fine so that they do not create any tension with you. Then later, you are frustrated, not just with them, but with yourself for not honoring what you felt in that moment. So how do we build self-trust? We build it the same way we build trust with anyone else. Consistency. Not perfection, consistency. Here's a tool today. Keep one small promise to yourself daily. Small means small. Something you can realistically do even on a hard day. Because every time you keep a small promise to yourself, your brain gets a message. I can rely on me. And here's the question I want you to practice before you text someone for reassurance. Before you poll the group, before you spiral in indecision, say, what do I think is right for me? You can still ask for support, but you want to build the habit of checking in with you first. And that is how you stop outsourcing your life. And I want to add this too. Rebuilding self-trust is not a one-day thing. It is a relationship. If you have a history with people not listening to you, you may not trust yourself overnight, but you can start proving to yourself little by little that you are safe in your own hands. So comment trust if you want to start rebuilding trust within yourself, and I will send you a message of a couple of the things about anxiety, boundary, and codependency patterns as it comes to rebuilding trust with yourself.